to Sticks and Strings. I'm Naomi.
I'm Beth.
I'm Eve. Beth has a halo above her head.
Oh, you do? That's my lamp. Happy February. By the time you see this, it'll be February 1st. And we hope that the end of January was good for you. And that the storm wasn't too bad. We did hear from you about the storm. My daughter sent lots of pictures from Boston. Tons of snow. But I always tell her, don't slip on the ice. It's kind of a joke now between us. Every time we talk about a storm, I'm like, and don't slip on the ice. So one time she's like, oh, I slip all the time. She just doesn't tell me because she knows it'll terrify me. Always worried she's going to break herself. But we hope you guys are safe and warm and heading into February. So we're going to get started. You know us. We talk about our crafts and we sit back and chat and we get our favorite drink and our favorite crafts and we sit together and have some time together. So join us. Go grab that coffee, that Coke, that Diet Coke from McDonald's if you must, and sit back and join with us. Eve's going to go first.
I brought my Flosstube frenzy, so I have this huge stack. What I'm going to be working on today is Murder in the Garden.
I'm going to interrupt you. I have to step off camera because I got to get my pad so I can keep track of my rows. Okay. I forgot, so I'll be right back.
So this is how far I am right now. I'm working on this when I take Beth to orchestra, and I use that time for stitching. So I work on this for half the time and something else for half the time, depending on what day, what I've got going that day. So I want to go past this Flosstube frenzy to my regular stitching. Just bear with me a minute. So I did a little bit more work on Crane's Owl Forest embroidery, and I got some of the blue stitching in.
That's neat. I like the subtleness of it.
Yeah, it's
pretty. You better frame that and put it right in the living room or something. It's so pretty.
Look for it 5 years from now. That blue stitching's a bear. It's a lot of counting, but it's going to be beautiful when it's done. And I've done some more work on We Do Geek, Crazy Stitch. I am working on it where it says, we know the answer to life, the universe, and everything is 42. And I'm like, that's more than halfway down. I feel like, am I going to make it? Is it going to be? I think so. So right now I just have, we know the answer. So I'm like, do I want to make 42 the same color? Maybe. I think so. And I worked some more on last year's temperature chart. I'm working on this bottom section right here. I'm about right here. And I started on some coral.
Cool. That's going to be really neat.
Would be better if I stitched it exactly like I designed it. But, you know.
Oh, little technicalities.
And my temperature chart for this year is Temperature Pets by J.C. Breeze. I don't know how she pronounces it. And I discovered that my snake looked more like a dog once I stitched it right.
Oh.
Yeah, because I was putting in the legs. I don't have the final today's done, because I had gotten this ready to come here, and then I was just like, I don't want to take it back out. So it's just off. It will be yellow. Pretty sure. This only has, oh, I have the wrong sheet. This only has think, 8 temperature colors.
Mm.
So they're really wide, like
Ranges.
like 10 degrees or something like that. So that's why the dog's all green.
Let me
But
see. Oh, cute.
see, it looks more like a dog.
Yeah.
It helps it has legs, but and I have to count 20 something stitches over to start the cat.
That's fun. Well, you could do like you did with the snowman and make your little lines.
Yeah, well, I figure I'll just run a
Yeah.
thread through. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
like
what I
that.
do. Yeah, just
Let me move these out of the way here, because otherwise I'll start a crap-a-lanch. All right, so Fridays with Frank aired today, and so I've worked on Fridays with Frank today. I've worked on Tiny Modernist Cute Crocodile today, and of course every Friday since you last saw it. Since you last saw it, I've come down some with this dark green. I've made this, almost this whole leg, and stitched these, more of these pink things. And I finished off these flowers over here and these pink flowers over here. I don't think those were there yet. And when I see Helen D, I work on There's a Hare in My Garden, because my first berry I did because of Helen D. And this is a berry. And I discovered, while I was stitching there waiting for Beth, I discovered that none of the rabbits are right.
Oh, no.
And I decided that they're just going to stay wrong.
And not right in what respect?
Just, they're just not right.
Like they're all in the wrong place, or?
No, the stitches are wrong somehow. Like ears are kind of wrong, or, you know,
Oh no.
their legs are wrong or something. Not horribly, not so that it runs, you know, hurts the running any. You know, they look like rabbits, but like these ears, I think over here are not the right length or something. I don't know. And I just went, I don't care. I care, but I don't care. I decided I didn't care enough to fix it.
That's fair. It still looks like a rabbit, right?
yeah.
So
Yeah, it looks like a rabbit. So I work on Until Good Night when Stitching with the Housewives airs a Flosstube. And this is where I am. I've gotten some red in and some yellow on the house. I started a door. So that's where I am. That. I think the last time you saw it, there was no red or barely any red on it. Oh, I had to frog a whole line of red. I was like, oh wait, that's supposed to have yellow in it. Oops. And when the Runner Stitcher airs a video, I work on Silent Night. I've gotten pretty far here on Silent Night because he was doing Flossmas. I'm on the word night.
Oh,
it's so pretty. Is that the whole thing?
No.
Is there more stuff under the snowflakes? Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The chicken. You gotta do the barn with the chicken.
No, I don't.
Are you really not gonna do that part?
I'm still thinking about it. I've been working on this for 3 years?
But it's beautiful.
I love it. It's worth the time. It's
Yeah.
just, do I want to use more time? I think once I get away from the snowflakes and the Silent Night, it will
Those
go
buildings
faster.
will go faster.
Yeah.
And you got, how can you not have a chicken for Christmas? You have to have a chicken. You have to do the barn and you have to do the chicken.
So I work on American Blues when I see Just Keep Stitching. And this is where I am. Now this is the whole width of the pattern right here. And I added white. It's supposed to be just 2 colors of blue. I added white. And so I'm all the way across on the top. I started the word July. And I'm thinking about adding a red color that doesn't clash with this red for the 4. But I might just put it dark blue like what it has there.
Mm-hmm. That'd be hard to find a red that would look good with that, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's a funny color of red.
Yeah, I
It's
think
a salmon color.
well, I think it's because of the sparkle, the gold sparkle in it,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And then they dyed it obviously. So but I'm on the word America. So I'm wishing it would go faster, but not enough to take it out more often. And then when I see Stitchin' Mommy, I take out Heaven and Earth Designs Mini Snowman Snuggles. And you probably can't tell how much I've done on this, but I've actually done quite a bit.
Yeah. It's hard to say. It's hard to tell. I believe you.
I finished the second 10 square thing. I'm almost done with the third, and then I have all these outer things, and I think before I was in the middle of the second one. So yeah, it's kind of, if I took a picture, pulled a picture from the last time, you would be able to see the difference.
Yeah, the time lapse. I was curious when you were talking about that, and I actually looked on YouTube for time lapse videos of Heaven and Earth designs, and just because I thought that was cool. Some people have made them.
Yeah.
So for February, my WIP-GO calls were 5 days on. This is from Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. Fall 2020. It's not when I started it.
Oh, I
I
was gonna
started
say.
it last year. I have a thingy here. Why don't I use it?
Oh, yeah.
Trick or Treat. This is
that
by
Barbara Anna?
Barbara Anna.
Oh, I like that.
And I'm considering making it a stand-up, not having this plant number or the words or the little stars things, and just have the
The
pumpkins.
kitty? Oh, the kitty and the pumpkins?
Mhm.
That's cute.
Or just the kitty. And I started this last year on WIP-GO. So my WIP-GO this year is 5 days on this. And this is where I am. With a little body with a dress.
Little skirt.
And this is on 14 count Ada that I dyed myself. And the new start on that same number, and I think this was the number 23. Don't think it was 5. Is new start on the Stitching Parliament. I haven't decided which one I'm going to do, but I'm going to do them as stand-ups. And this is 11 count Ada, and I dyed it a light gray. I'm thinking of going ahead and starting with the first one, Snips.
Can I see?
But I kind of like threads. I don't know, Specs is good too.
Was it number 23 or number 22?
22, 23, I don't know, 20 something.
Oh, they have like little stand-ups down here. Oh, so cute. Now that you know how to make stand-ups with your Santa, you're gonna go stand up crazy. Those are so cute. I like snips.
I was gonna say, you had me panicking for a minute going, wait, did I pull the wrong knot?
You might have, I don't know. I don't know, now we need to look.
Yeah, well, I had 22 marked, but I have to look at Jessie Marie's
Quick,
things.
look it up.
You got it wrong.
So, what I'm going to work on 5 days on this one's number 5. The Shepherd. This is by
Oh.
Cottage Garden Samplings.
Oh,
It's
that's
their snowman
cute.
series, and I just chose one.
That's cute.
And this is how far I've gotten. And the new start associated with that one is choir practice. Lindy Stitches.
Yeah, I really like that
I
one.
love it. And I was considering using this fabric that Vicky got us. It's a, we think, 32 count, very dark wine color. Beautiful, and I think that this would look beautiful on it. But I did a floss toss, and their little black noses wouldn't show up. And they need noses. So I bought some, I believe it's 18 count Ada, which I dyed myself.
Oh, wow.
And
That's pretty.
Yeah.
and I'm gonna do it on this because their noses will show up. And I think it'll complement those purple flowers.
Yeah.
So
And those purple flowers are all inside the dogs, right?
They are.
So
They are.
they'll-
yeah. Now, so I'm gonna work on Trick or Treat for 5 days, and I'll work on the Shepherd for 5 days, and each new start I'm gonna work on for a day, and that leaves me 6 days each. I don't know, 12 days. So half of that time, I'm gonna work on. This is Art Deco Spring. Sorry about the really bad picture, but it's one I've been working on the longest, and it's gotten really munched. I need to print it again. And I am almost done with this. This is where I am. This is on 28 count.
Is that the one with the bugs?
Even
Yeah.
That's so pretty.
This is on 28 count even weave that I dyed myself. I have 2 flowers and a little red bug, I think, to do. No,
And then the frame?
actually 2 yellow flowers and a red flower. And I'm very seriously considering not doing any of the framing, not the circles or the squares, because when you finish something with a frame on it, it's got to be perfect, or you can tell when it's off. And I'm thinking if I can get a frame that has a circle of the right size already cut out, it would frame easier.
Oh, I see.
I love the frame on it. I'm still
I don't know why. I just had a
Cogitating.
thought.
Oh, the square
Have you
border, you
seen?
mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if it would work, but sometimes I see like those clear glass plates. I just like where you put something behind it, but I don't know. It probably wouldn't look good.
I don't know.
But that would.
I have 4
I
of them.
really like that.
So I'd like to have something where I can just switch out eventually. I haven't started the last 2. I've only barely
Are they
started
all round
spring.
like that?
Yeah, they all look similar like that.
I really like those bugs.
And the other days that I have, I will concentrate on Sweet Ring Studio, Far Better Things. And I'm not very far on this. This is all the farther I've gotten. So, hoping to. Most of it is letters. So I think once I get the lighthouse and light posts and those things done, I think it'll go relatively fast, but that I barely started the light post, so yeah. Anyway. (28 minus 12 is 12.
16.
16.
28 minus 12. 16. Why?
Because that's what I'm dividing in half for those last two things. Anyway, that's me.
All right. Shall I go next, Beth?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I've done a big goose egg all week. If you all remember my temperature tree, I have not done one stitch. It's been pretty stressful around my brain, and a lot of late nights working, and so I come home and I'm pretty zoned out. And sometimes I'm like, I've had such a stressful day, all I want to do is kill creatures in my video game. So that's what I do. And I had started so I haven't worked on my
Star
cross
Trek
stitch.
said that
Huh?
the more sophisticated and harder you work, the more you need play.
Well, there you go. So I've been meaning to get my cross stitch, and I've thought about it, but I just have not. So, and last week I had started the sleeve of my sweater. If you remember, I finished the body. So here it is. Oh, it's got a giant yarn around it. But anyway, here's the body of my sweater. And,
I'm sorry. As soon as
No.
you're done, I forgot to show my crochet.
oh,
As soon as you're done.
you can just show it now. You can interrupt me. It's fine.
I'm sorry. You were showing that and I went, oh
Yeah.
yeah, mine hangs that way too. I still haven't finished this. I've gotten quite a bit done on it, but I have several more rows left to do. It's starting to get up there. I'm doing this so that we can go to Aldi. I discovered that at Aldi you need to take your own bags.
Ah, okay.
And you need to take a quarter.
A what?
A quarter.
A quarter? Why?
So you can get a shopping cart.
Oh.
So I'm going to make a little quarter bag to go with that.
That's cute.
So we can just keep the quarter with it. But more importantly, I finished the inner border on this. It's heavy.
Good job, Beth.
It's hurting me.
What's
So
up, Beth?
I finished the inner
I
border.
was trying to anchor my needle so it won't get lost again.
Wait. You're stealing her thread. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I'm trying to,
Well, pass it over. Okay, so here's the border.
and I'm starting this outer border,
This white part is the border.
the
also?
inner border, and
Inner
then
border.
this is what the outer border is going to
You
look
should
like.
do a close-up photo of this because this is really cool.
It's really beautiful. It is tedious to say the least. And will it be completely even? No,
No.
but I don't care.
It's so
I think,
pretty.
I think once it's all the way around, it's going to be worth the
Remember
effort.
when you said, I don't know if I want to do it? I'm like, no, do it. And I'm glad you did. It's so neat.
Yeah. It's not hard. It's just tedious.
Yeah. It's like an I-cord bind off for all you knitters. It's exactly what it's like. You stitch it, and then you got to go back and do it again, and you got to go back and do it again, and you got to go back and do it again.
So you stitch 4, and you stitch 4. You go like this, like this,
Yeah.
like this, like this. And I get mixed up sometimes. I'm
It's
like,
so cool.
oh,
At least
no,
it's
that's not
alternating
right.
color. That's nice.
Yeah, so
You're cold? You should just put that on. Was
Yeah.
it you saying you were cold?
this is very heavy and very warm. I start sweating when I'm working on it. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, so the body of my sweater is done, and last week I had started the cuff. And then you do increases, so I'm making a puffy sleeve, as you can tell, and you do, you increase in every stitch, and then you even add 8 more to that. So that's this, this sleeve. However, as you see, I'm doing it on double points, and often when you have double points, you can get the ladder, what they call ladders or gaps on these stitches that where there's one here on this needle and one here, and it's hard to avoid it if you're not careful. And what had happened was when I did the increases in between these needles, I had giant holes right like along the cuff right here. And I picked it up one day and I was like, no, not. And I took the whole thing out. and start it over, being very conscious of that fact. And so this one, if you notice, looks very nice. And
It's going to be beautiful.
so this is the fullness of the sleeve, and I kind of dig it. And it'll even be fuller once it's off these needles. So it'll be a nice big sleeve. And once you get to the elbow, you decrease a little bit. And then once you get up here, you decrease even more to the regular sleeve size.
So what's the advantage of using 4 needles instead of just the normal knitting?
Well, I could use a
circular needle or something.
a 16-inch circular, but when it's like right now, a 16-inch circular would go around this easily, but it wouldn't in the cuff. The cuff is too small. And so you really wouldn't be able to do it until you got to here. So in some ways, it's almost always necessary to use 4 needles for really small circumferences. Like when you make a hat, you can make a whole hat on a 16-inch, but then when you get to the decreases and you do that, you can also, instead of double points, you can do what's called magic loop, which is an extra long cord, and then you have it pulled out of the circumference of the knitting, so you can get very small with that. I have more trouble with ladders and separations with magic loop, although in some project I just did, I think it was my ranunculus sweater, I did that. I used the
Did you finish
magic.
the ranunculus sweater?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah. And I did that, and it worked well for me, but for the first time in my life. So I don't really like magic loop, and I kind of enjoy these. And I did think about, after I got some length on here, switching to a 16-inch circular.
I just thought that would eliminate that issue that you were having.
Oh, it does, 100%. But I thought about switching after I got some length on here. But this has happened to me in the past. My 16-inch circulars are a different material. They're like a polished wood, and these are bamboo. And just that little bit of difference of materials can actually change your gauge. And so I thought, well, I'm just going to use this. I don't care. I've made entire sweater sleeves on these, and I actually really like working on double points. So I'll probably just keep it. And then once I finish the sleeve to a certain point to the underarm, I will put it on a circular to hold it until I join the whole sweater together. So
That makes sense.
yeah. So anyway, this is really all I've done this week. So I did work on, I think I worked on that hat a tiny bit, but not much. And I've just been wasting my time on video games and resting. So it's been a busy week. So other than that, I think that is me. Your turn.
Yeah, you're up, Beth. So, this is popping out. I did finish the raccoon completely. I did all the flowers and all that. It took a couple extra days and kept working on it because my goal was 7 days, and I was at 7 days. I had started the green fronds or whatever. I was close to finishing with the flowers, so I just went ahead and did them.
Nice.
And I had one that I had not done yet up here, a little teeny little cross thing. And but yeah, so I just worked on all the little flowers and did them all. And I had to add a couple of stitches in this one of these little flower green frond things because I had miscounted by one. And when I put the thing in, put this darker stem in, there was like a little gap there. And like, why is that not coming out right? Yeah. So I had to go back and stick a few stitches in there.
You didn't take it out. You just
No, I just added another row
I
there
see.
to fill a gap in.
very good.
But yeah, so now I've got 4 of these 12 animals done.
But you have them all started.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and and they're all in various different, like this one here, the ferret. All that's left to do is the flowers. I did the whole ferret, and I did the cabin, and then I just have the big flowers to do, and then the bear. I've got a lot more of the frond things. There's some cattails, and this green frond things around him, but the bear himself is not done yet. So. Yeah, so they're all in various different stages. But I finished the first one, the fox, and the second one is the swans. And then the raccoon and the woodpecker is the other one that I finished that was earlier this month. But anyway, so the raccoon is finished. And then for my 2 new starts, I had 2 little kits that I got at Hobby Lobby just on a whim. I got them, and the first one I worked on was this called. On here, like there's no name on there, right? On the packaging on the front of it, but inside with the instructions it says Owls. Very imaginative title. But by Marianne Savage for Design
Did they get
Works.
those titles from DMC or what?
Yeah.
So it was a little kit, so it came with all the threads and this piece of 8 o'clock that I dyed because I can't bring myself to stitch on white anymore. I can't. So I dyed it, and it came with all the threads, of course, and it also came with this little hoop, and because you're supposed to finish it in the hoop, and it has all these instructions about how to finish it. And I don't know that I'm going to do that because this hoop is like not very, it kind of doesn't hold it very taut, no matter how much you tighten it down and all that.
Yeah, but you can.
But yeah,
it's a
I
cord
know.
in the back and
I know.
it'll look tight.
But I haven't decided whether I'm going to finish it in this hoop or do something different with it. I don't know. But it did come with like, you're supposed to like trace and cut out 2 discs out of this cardboard. So you use one to back the stitching and the other one to cover the back with. I don't know. And it also said something on the instructions that said when it was talking about how to trace and cut out the discs and all that from the cardboard, and then it said something about use the enclosed ribbon to blah blah blah, and I'm like, there wasn't any ribbon in my kit. So, yeah. So anyway, I don't know if it was supposed to be like ribbon to, there's not even any ribbon in this picture. So I don't know what it was talking about to do with the ribbon, the non-existent ribbon. But anyway, but I finished it. I did all the back stitching and everything. It's all done.
It's cute.
And then my other new start this is also by Marianne Savage for Design Works, called Sea Life. It's a little round kit. And so I've started on it. Let me pull this out here. And of course it's got a lot of back stitching for all of the creatures. And it came with this hoop, and it came with the 8 cloth, and I dyed this cloth also. Let me get this out of the hoop so you can see it better. This hoop is hard to. But it came with this little like a bamboo kind of wooden hoop, and so I've just been stitching on the little sea creatures. The octopus is done except for his eyes. I didn't do anybody's eyes or any of the back.
No
stitching.
eyes.
So they're
no
all
eyes
blind.
For you. No eyes for you.
So right now I'm working on this little, what do you call it, jellyfish. But this is a little fish that's done, and then I've done one color of these other fishes down here, and I've done the 2 seahorses. So there's various little creatures. I'm about, I don't know, maybe a quarter of the way done. So there's today and tomorrow that'll work on this for the end of the month, So I don't know how far I'll get, but yeah. that's kind of just been fun to do.
A fun little ditty.
Yeah. So then for February, my calls are, one of them is, this is the number 22, the Blue Flower Winter Woods Biscornu, that I started for, when did I start it? For the Jingle Ball. And so, yeah, this is the one with the bird with the crooked legs. So, yeah, so it goes like this. So anyway, so this is what I'll be working on for February, one of the ones. And the other WIP-GO call for February is the Barn Owl. This is my number 5 thing. The Barn Owl by Cottage Garden Samplings, which was the raccoon was from. Did I show the picture of the raccoon? This is the picture of the raccoon. Anyway, these are Cottage Garden Samplings here in the woods. And this is the same cloth that has the woodpecker on it that I finished earlier this month. And so this has the eagle, the bald eagle, and the barn owl. This is the one that I famously mixed up these two. They should be flipped over. But,
I'm so sorry. Is that tree in your way? No, you're all right.
Yeah. But so these are the birds. All 3 birds ended up in the same thing. So the barn owl. I talked about this last week. That I did all the sort of lace. I think I talked about it last week. But I did all the sort of kind of lacy work on the feathers, and so I just have to fill in all of those spaces, and then a little more detail on the little branches and stuff. So I might, I don't know, February is, a few days short, but so I might be able to finish the barn owl, which would be spectacular if I could do that. And then for my 2 new starts, one of them is this one that was a freebie that I got at the Jingle Ball. This is a heartstring samplery quilted poinsettia. And it's very small also. I think it's just like 49 by 49 or something like that. It's a small stitch count. Yeah, 49 by 49. It's a little like an ornament kind of thing. So I don't know. I should be able to finish that. Perhaps. And then my other new start, this is in my at the in the beginning of my WIP-GO, the first few numbers, I have all these projects that are non-cross stitch projects. So I have some crochet things, and I have a couple of diamond paintings. So this is one of them. And there's no real good picture, because they're
I
really
think Rachel may have sent one.
pictures.
She sent one of the first ones.
Oh,
Yeah.
If
So-
that's the second one, is it the first one or the second one?
I do not know. I think this is the second one, but I'm not sure.
oh, okay.
But anyway, so yeah. So this is the diamond painting. One of them, they're both elephants. So I have them listed as elephant number 1 and elephant number 2. But
They're cool,
so
though.
yeah. So I'm like, I have a little trepidation, but
It's literally
it's something
so
new for me, so whatever. But yeah, so I'll be starting on all
That's fun.
those things for this month. And then like I said, on my WIP-GO board, I have for the first, I guess, 4 or 5 numbers of my my chart. I have all these non cross stitch projects that I bought over the last year or so. I decided if I didn't put them on my WIP-GO board, I would never get around to them, because I would keep telling myself, well, I don't have time because I'm doing cross stitch. So I put them on the WIP-GO
That's fun,
thing.
though.
So
Learn
yeah,
something new.
so I can get started on them. And that is me.
All right. So that leads us to question of the week. Last week we asked you about your winter storm, and we got lots of responses. some suffering, some not. So thanks for letting us know how you were. I'm glad everyone seems to be okay. And this week, Eve wants to ask, what is a memorable or a length of time that you have spent in a drive-through waiting for your food? They have an experience,
or even just waiting to order.
So
Yeah.
we're sure there's stories out there, so let us know. Eve's gonna tell a story and you might relate, and so then that'll give you that'll prompt your memory for your question of the week answer.
So we go up to the drive-through and
We waited to get sodas for tonight.
yeah, and we just 3 sodas, so we never wait. It's usually pretty quick. And we're waiting at the speaker, and we're waiting, and we're waiting, and we're waiting. And I'm like, hello, is there anybody there?
Well,
nothing.
we were suspicious about the guy in front of us too, because we couldn't hear him order anything and didn't see him order anything. He was sitting there when we pulled up. He was sitting there. And at the other line, the other drive-through line, there was a couple cars there too. So we're all, we pull up and we sit there. And then the guy in front of us sat there and didn't order, finally went forward. And we pulled up because, like I said, we didn't hear anything.
So we waited and waited, and I'm like, hello, is there anybody there?
Mm-hmm.
Is this line open? Because why am I sitting here if nobody's going to take my order, right?
Yeah, and it seemed like, I rolled the window down and I thought I heard the guy, next to us.
In the next one, they were taking orders.
Yeah.
So I just went forward. I said, I'm just going to order 3
just
sodas,
Yeah.
So I go up, and mind you, it's been 15 minutes because the cars are not moving at all. It was waiting. We waited and waited and waited. Then we pulled up and we waited and waited and waited some more. I finally called her and said, we're in drive-through hell. And
she called me, because I was waiting for her to come.
Yeah, and so we waited and waited and waited and waited, and finally the cars pulled up. And I went at the window, I finally said, I didn't order. I just want 3 sodas. The kid didn't know what to do. And I saw the manager over there talking to him, and I said, we've been waiting in line at least 15 minutes. And we didn't even nobody took our order. And all she says to me is, they're all new. She didn't even say, I'm sorry. We have some new employees. I'm sorry nobody responded to you or took you. No, not even an apology. Just, they're all new.
And that's blaming them instead of her.
She's the manager.
Yeah.
She's supposed
Are you new too?
She's supposed to teach them. And this McDonald's, and the last time we were there, we had no problems.
Yeah.
But this McDonald's was closed for a really long time, and I guess all of their employees went to different McDonald's, and maybe they liked it better there. Who knows? But I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah, it's a manager problem. What did Hopper say in A Bug's Life? The first rule of leadership: everything is your fault.
Yeah. So, what is your story?
Yeah.
What is the one time when you went, are you kidding me? And I'm not talking about they got your order completely wrong. That is one. But they didn't even have a chance to get ours wrong before I was so mad I was. And I came this close to driving around the cars. I just wasn't sure I could make it because they the curves and the plants and all that, to just go inside and make them.
Yeah.
Well, and and we could see inside the and it seemed like they were handing out food and
Oh yeah. The inside there was hopping.
So I'm like,
I think they turned it into what I consider one of those robot McDonald's.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been in it, but that's what I was suspecting. Because they changed the whole, like the one. Yeah. There's one I go to that in a different place where there's like the whole inside is completely closed. Like
Yeah,
there's-
but that shouldn't matter in the
no,
drive-through.
no. I'm just
Yeah.
saying. I'm
Well,
saying that's
you
why
know,
it was closed for so long.
Well, I always
Maybe.
jokingly say like you know, I don't know where we went, where you know it seems like there's like one employee or something. Like
Yeah.
they have to take your order and go back and cook the food
I
and come
feel
back.
so
You know,
bad for those people though.
yeah. Well, there's you know like when there's maybe 2 or 3 people working and they're back there scrambling, you
Yeah.
know, to make the orders and
Well, and I guess
some
that's
person's
too,
taking
you know,
orders.
You
And
hear
so-
a lot about people like, not showing up
Yeah.
or whatever.
And so I always, a lot of times I'll joke about, oh, I guess they're killing the cow to make the hamburgers, you know. And I almost kind
That
of
was
said
Dad's
that,
joke.
but it's like, yeah, but it's like it wasn't even, you know, because I thought, well, if they're waiting for an order, if like waiting for hamburgers to cook or something like that, they should have been pulling them forward, and they weren't even doing
They
that.
won't do that at
Yeah.
night.
And yeah, but like you know, something, and you know, I was just like,
Because at our McDonald's that's close to our house, we had somebody once come to us in line. They said, our computers are down. We cannot take any orders right now. It'll be, so they had somebody going down the line telling them what's going on.
well, that's nice.
And you could decide if you wanted to leave or not.
Yeah. Or how about the time I pulled in that same McDonald's? It's cursed. That same McDonald's I came up and I was like, I need to order 3 Cokes. We don't have any Cokes. I'm like, what? No, we don't. Or no, maybe it was the cups. They're like, we don't have any cups. I'm like, what do you mean?
Are you kidding me? I've had them tell me we don't have any trays. You know, the drink
Yeah.
trays. I'm like, figure it out. I don't have 3 hands while I'm driving. You know?
Yeah.
you know, and the thing is, I don't know. It's just like I was gonna say that the McDonald's by our house. There's 2 McDonald's that are close to our house, and so and at one point. Robert said something about, you know, oh, don't go to that McDonald's that only has 2 stars or something like that, you know, for the reviews.
Whenever we're there,
And
we'll
so-
be like 2-star McDonald's.
Yeah, because, you know, well, they'll mess something up and we're like muttering under our breath.
So
2-star
obviously, we're not sponsored by McDonald's. Even though we patronize them every
Yes.
week.
Yeah, but yeah, so I will jokingly say something like, "Are we going to the 2-star McDonald's or the other one?"
Oh,
Because it's true, the 2-star McDonald's, they just have.
One time we went there for ice, just a bag of ice. Oh, we don't have any ice.
Like, do you have
Are
an
you
ice
putting
machine?
Are you putting it in the sodas? Because I'm pretty sure you are. You just go get a bag and fill it. They didn't
Well,
want to do that. We went, so we left and went to the other McDonald's, you know, on the other side, the non-2-star McDonald's. And they said, let us go bag you some. We'll be right there.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah. Well, I was gonna say that one time I went to, there was when I lived in Little Rock, there was a Sonic that was down the street from, you know, whenever we had rehearsal, we get out of rehearsal like at I don't know, 10 o'clock or whatever, and a lot of times, you know, I wouldn't eat dinner before rehearsal because I'd get home, have time to run in and, you know, pee and flee, as I say. You know, I'd go to the bathroom, grab my stuff, and run out the door to go to rehearsal. And so, you know, I wouldn't have time to eat. And a lot of times I didn't like to eat before rehearsal anyway. But so, you know, I'd get out at 10 and, you know, a lot of places, everything's closed by then. But the Sonic down the street was open, you know. And also I would go there like on Wednesday nights. And this was a Wednesday night. I would go there on Wednesday nights after church or whatever, right? But so I went there one time, and you know it was all lit up and everything, and there were cars here and there, in the little drive up, you know, things, and I went around, and I went to the little drive through order thing, and I pulled up. Crickets. Nobody said anything, and I waited, and I waited, and I think there was a car there before me too, when I first pulled up, and so, you know, So then I was like, hello, hello, and no answer. And I was like, are they closed? You know, the lights are all on and everything, and it was all lit up, the sign and everything. And at one point, I saw an employee with wheeling a garbage bin out to the garbage, you know, to the dumpster. And he looked right at me, and he didn't say anything like, "Oh, we're closed" or whatever. And I'm like, you know, I looked at him like, you know, and nothing. He didn't say anything, didn't do anything. And I waited and waited, and I thought, okay, well, I'll just order at the window, you know. And I pulled up to the window, and I'm like looking, and the employees are not at the window there to help me. I could see them; they were like down a little ways, and they were all talking to each other, you know, and blah 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 talking. And I'm like, you know, trying to catch their eye, and I think somebody looked right at me, and they just didn't come to the window.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like,
Well,
you know, it's like, ah. Well, I was going to say, one time, though, I went to Wendy's, like, I don't know, after, there was a whole bunch of, like, fast food places. And I live downtown, and there's a big drag there, you know, where all the fast food places are. And I went to the Wendy's that was there. And I just wanted a soda, you know. So I went up to the thing, and I think, I want to say they took my order right away, but the car in front of me, when they pulled up to the window, they were there for a long time, and the girl at the window was like kind of trying to get them to move along or whatever, you know, and was talking to them, and I was just sitting there forever, and I'm like, you know, I don't want a soda, and I don't remember what they ordered or if they ordered or whatever, but finally they left. And I pulled up to the window, and the lady said, "I'm so sorry." She goes, "They were very drunk, and I just like couldn't get them to leave." And she goes, "What was your order?" And I said, "It was just the Diet Coke." She goes, "Oh, that's all you wanted here," and she gave it to me for free. I'm like,
That's nice. I was trying to remember. Oh yeah, one time I was at a CVS drive-thru. It wasn't taking long, but I think I told this story before, so forgive me if you remember it. But I was like watching, and the lady was talking a lot at the window, and all of a sudden, the guy, you know, they have those big drawers for the medicine in the CVS drive-thru, the drugstore drive-thru, and the drawer opens, and I see this guy put a cake in there. And he pulls the cake out, and I came up. I'm like, I didn't know it was pay with a cake day. And she was like, "Yeah, it's my birthday or whatever." And somebody brought her a cake, and they shoved it through the drive-through thing. I'm like, I didn't know I had to pay with cake. I've been wanting cake lately. I can't have cake. I want it so bad. What was I going to say?
it was like that one time we got stuck in the drive-thru at Dutch Bros because the guy in front of us was blah 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 to his friend.
You were telling me.
Yeah.
No, I was going to say, what was I going to tell you? Oh, last Saturday, so Mark bought a new game called Wingspan. And we learned to play it last Saturday, and it is so cool. Was it last Saturday? I don't remember. Well, it was Sunday. I think it was Sunday, and it's so cool. It's all about birds, and the version we have is North American birds, and you can get European and all different kinds, but each bird card has the bird, and then it has like a little map of where in the country it lives, and the type of nest it uses, and then it can have a certain number of eggs, like, and it's according to the type of bird they are, like you know, obviously chickens, but like pigeons or whatever, like they would have a lot more eggs than like an eagle. An eagle could only have one, you know, on their thing. Anyway, you have a board, and you attract a bird, and it's either like forest, grasslands and wetlands, and each bird has a habitat that they can live in, and so you pay for the birds with the type of food they eat, like invertebrates. So it's like a little worm, and then there's a little grain, and there like a seed, and then there's like a rat, and then
Sounds
a fish.
like fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like a rodent or a fish, and
As long as they don't have dogs and get bit.
well, it's kind of weird. Like some of the predator birds, like eagles and hawks, so they each have a separate power. So then, as you play, you say, okay, I'm gonna get eggs, and so there's an egg line, and you do that, but then you walk back through all the birds you have, and you do their power over and over. So that builds it's like an engine building, right? So one of the and then at the end you get points for all the different things you've done throughout the game. But some of the raptors, their power is you draw a card. So there's a whole big stack of birds, like all different kinds of birds, and you can use, so anyway, it says draw a card, and if the bird has a wingspan under, this many inches or centimeters, tuck it under the raptor. In other words,
The raptor ate it.
the raptor ate it. Yeah, and so and different things like that. And so you do different things to lay eggs in the nests, and you do different things to get the birds, and there's an action where you basically get food so that you can pay for more birds. There's an action where you get eggs, and then there's an action where you pick cards. So here's a picture of my finished board, because it's so pretty, and the eggs, they look like at Easter, those little the malt, malted milk balls, but they make little eggs, like little candy coated eggs.
Yeah.
They look like that. We always joke like they look really yummy if you want to eat them. It's a beautiful game, and the artwork is absolutely gorgeous. And we had it a while ago. He bought it, and we were sort of intimidated by it, and he actually sold it. And then he started watching videos about it again, and so he's like, "I want to try it again." I'm like, "Yes, I wanted to play it when we had it before." So anyway, so he got a new version of it, and it is so cool, and it's just so beautifully done. And so that was a lot of fun last weekend. We got to do that.
That sounds like fun.
Yeah, it
When I
was
was-
tons of fun.
When I was talking about how, about them eating pigs and dogs and stuff, I used to watch, when I lived in Little Rock, I used to watch the Decorah Eagles eagle nest cam thing all the time. And there was a couple times when they shut the camera off because
The eagle found a little dog.
Yeah, the eagles will will scavenge roadkill or whatever, and also I guess small animals wherever, and so sometimes they did have birds little birds in the nest that they were tore apart to feed their babies, and that's nice.
There's
Huh.
a-
like
I
those
picked
eggs.
I picked the same
Looks like
color of eggs. What'd you say?
I said that looks like fun.
Yeah,
But
I picked the same color of eggs because I'm neurotic. But
uh,
and Mark's like, that's not right because it's prettier when you have all the different colors.
yeah. But yeah, they had to shut the thing off because there was one where there was a dog collar in the nest
Oh,
because they had picked up some
yeah.
little dog. I was
See,
like,
there's
"Oh,
all the eggs,
Oh.
all the different colors of eggs.
that's cute.
Yeah, it's so here's the complexity of the table.
Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun. I really liked it, and you have different objectives. Like you have an objective for each round, and then you have a game objective that's your personal game objective. Like one of mine was like birds that can only live in the wetlands, because some can live anywhere, so you can plant them anywhere, but some can only live in. So like you get more points if you have more birds that follow your quest kind of thing. And then each round has a different thing, like every amount of eggs in a platform nest, like an eagle's nest. So that round you have to plant those kind of birds and put eggs on them if you have them, and to get you points at the end of each round. It's a lot of fun. It's really well thought out, made by a couple of women, I guess. and just really
That's why it's
beautifully
well
done.
thought
I know. Okay, so one other thing I have to tell you about. With my stupid job, I'm like, I carry all my crap to work, and I have my lunch bag and I have my backpack. Most of the reason I have my backpack is for this little thing, just this tiny thing, but I want it protected. And then of course, so I'm like, and then I have my purse. So I want to put my purse inside my backpack, which I do because it's nice and skinny, it fits in there. And sometimes if my lunch is small, I can put my lunch in there and then I carry my purse. So anyway, I'm like, I need some kind of other solution. And I have seen, since way before Christmas, ads for this bag from Emma and Kate. And it was like, it opens really wide and it's like so great because you can open the whole thing and it fits all this stuff and you can put, it has all these pockets. And you know how when you like order on Amazon and you don't look at the size and you think you're ordering something like this and it's really this big, or you think you're ordering one and it's really a case, right? So this was, and I'm not gonna tell you how much money I spent, but it was a lot of money, and I ordered it because I was like, I really think it would be a good solution. What I did not know and didn't realize was that the bag itself doesn't have any structure.
Yeah.
So I bought it, and it's all unzipped because okay, so it's called the Emma and Kate bag, and it has, I'm just telling you this because I need to tell somebody. It doesn't matter, but it just upset me. Okay, so it opens like this, which you think, okay, this is really great, and it looks, so it's really big, and you think, I can fit all my stuff in there. But the most important thing to me at work is this precious thing, my Remarkable Paper Pro. And it's like it's an electronic thing. So I thought that it would have I don't know why I thought this, that it had a laptop sleeve, and it's really a tablet sleeve. Because I saw people putting them in. So like if I put it in here, there's no structure. So then it starts to fall, and it doesn't protect it. So I would like put it on the table, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. And then see how it falls over. So then I would like, well, and I'm trying to put like, if I put my purse in here, it no matter what I did, I could put my lunch in there. It didn't work. And the other thing that would happen is if you load this up with all the stuff you think you want to load up, it has a zipper up here, and so you zip it shut. But what winds up happening is my Remarkable is the structure for this side, and if it's too full and it's tight, I'm like, I don't want it putting pressure on the tablet. So I didn't. So when I would fill it with everything and I'd try to zip it, I would feel all this pressure on my tablet, and I'm like, I don't want that to happen. And then the other thing is, it has. Let me take this out. It has. Now I'm giving a bad review of an M&K bag, and it. Sorry,
Are
M&K.
you returning it?
No,
You should return it.
Well-
You're not happy and you spent a lot of money on it.
I did spend a lot of money on it. It has these backpack straps also. It's got a luggage sleeve, so it go on your suitcase, and it has these backpack straps. But look how little they are, and like so thin. And if the bag is full, and you try to, so they're tucked inside right now, but they don't even tuck in very well. Because you can pull it's like really small. Like I tried when it was full to sling. This is as long as these get, and I tried to put like with my coat on to put it on my shoulder, didn't work. And I tried to put the backpack straps on, and they're too skinny, and they're in an awkward place. So what is kind of cool is that these will cinch up on the sides, so it kind of gives it a little bit of structure. but, and when you see it online and you see it opening and you see people putting stuff in it, you think, oh, that's a really cool bag. But in reality, it's not a cool bag. And so I thought, okay, well, I spent a lot of money on it. I was like, Mark, I'm sorry. I was like, that's fine.
But you're never going to use it, so return it.
So I'm thinking I might use it as a carry-on when I go to Chicago.
Yeah.
Because it has this nice front pocket, and it does have a lot of nice pockets. And I thought, okay, well, and it has the luggage sleeve, so I can put it on my suitcase, and I can take it. The only other thing I'm thinking is I want to take this with me to Chicago, and I don't know if I want to put it in there.
I would select a different bag. I would return it and select something.
I don't even know how to return it. I don't know how to return it.
You didn't buy it through Amazon?
I bought it right on their website.
I'll go to their website and ask for a return.
Yeah.
Because
you're right. But anyway, so this was the very upsetting thing that happened this week.
I'm where I'm not ashamed to return things anymore.
If I
didn't get,
it's not shame. I like the idea. So I'm thinking like,
if I didn't get my money's worth,
yeah,
then it's not, because that's not what you intended it for. You intended it to be a workhorse bag for you for work.
Yeah.
And
But I also think it might be a kind of a nice bag for
It might be
travel.
a nice knitting bag.
Yeah, well,
that would be a nice bag if somebody gave it to you and you would try to find some way to use it.
Yeah.
But for what you wanted it for, you still need to buy a different bag.
Yeah, I know. And my backpack, because I was like, I felt like it doesn't have enough room, but maybe I just need less crap. And see, I also have. So this is my knitting backpack that Eli gave me, and this is a great bag, and I might even take this with me too. It doesn't have a laptop sleeve like my regular backpack, but it's
it
very
has structure.
It has structure, and it has this big wide open mouth.
Would your tablet fit in there?
Fit in here?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Look at that. It fits right there.
See, you don't need that bag.
And this doesn't have. Oh, yes, it does. It has a
A thing to.
suitcase strap right here. Maybe I took my knitting bag to Chicago with all my knitting projects.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was very sad about that.
Why are you going to Chicago?
Why? Work.
Oh,
Yeah. It's a conference for the software that we use for ticketing.
I see.
So I was very sad about that bag. It made me mad. I think in the right context, and if you weren't, I don't know.
It wasn't what I was expecting.
No, it was a lot when I took it out of the thing. I'm like, this is really small.
Mm.
And I don't. So my colleague at work has this neat bag. It's like, I don't know, like this big, and it stands up, and I'm like, I like your bag. I really like your bag.
So
Anyway, that's my sad story.
we're gonna have to go.
It's late, and I need to eat
dogs,
food.
My dogs haven't eaten yet.
And we're here so late because my job is going to kill me.
And because
I like my
McDonald's
job.
took 300 years.
Well, McDonald's took that's great. I like my job, but I'm so buried and busy. We're still trying to dig out from under that concert postponement, and then we have a concert. We have 2 concerts tomorrow at 2 and 7:30, and we have 2 concerts on Monday. And I'm like, oh, it's just a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot.
One of my friends was
my whole day tomorrow is shot.
practicing. He's a cellist. He's the principal cellist, and he was practicing a couple pieces. He had posted some, Instagram reels of himself practicing, and then like a couple days later, he's like, those 2 pieces I was practicing for, that concert was canceled. Those concerts were canceled.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us again. We hope your February is off to a great start, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.